Nothing much. Nothing much. Happy customer, happy business. That's what I'll say.
The customer?
Yeah,
What?
one actually renewed.
Yeah?
Nice. Yeah, nice.
Like how many months was the renewal?
Only one. Like he's been a client for 6 months, but he lives in
Renewed
New
again?
Zealand. Huh?
Oh yeah? Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
nice.
How's this progress going?
Multiple dates, messages from multiple women.
In a week?
Yeah. Um, he's not really like putting in the reps because like in New Zealand it's winter and
Volume is
there's
low. Yeah.
volume is super low. But yeah,
Yeah. So where
snipe
is he getting his dates?
on the street, cold approach.
Oh, really? Even in winter?
Yeah, so that's nice. Sniper approach. That's how we call it.
Yeah, what is the like tell me more details. What is the sniper approach?
Uh, yeah, like low volume but getting results.
Only go does he go for really hot girls? Or
Haven't checked. Like he hasn't sent me photos. He just told me the facts.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. I mean, I
Okay.
have no excuse. That's why I was like asking, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So it's up
bro.
to you, man.
What's with me? I've been doing night game. So I went to this event, like networking event, and then I met some cool guys there, bro. Like really cool
Nice.
guys. And these guys are just natural,
Mm,
Because at
nice.
this networking event, there were only like two hot girls. And one I was talking to, and the other guy, he was hooking up with this other girl. Imagine like there's like 50 guys and two hot girls. And then 30 guys are trying to talk to this one girl, but then this guy just pulls her. You know what I mean?
Mm. Natural as in like never learn pickup, right?
Yeah, they don't even know pickup. I'm like, you don't pick
Mm.
up? She's like, what?
That's
But
that's very
yeah,
interesting, man.
huh?
That's very interesting because like nowadays I'm thinking, yeah, having a coach is great, but you kind of see people who figure it out themselves.
Bro, these guys have been raised like that. That's the thing. They've just always been going out Friday, Saturday night. That's all they do. Like every weekend they go out. They work all week and then weekend they just go out.
Mm.
So you
So
just
yeah,
naturally get good at shit, right?
so it's like the environmental shit plus genetics as well.
You think?
Are they good looking?
Not particularly.
Okay, then
One guy is, but the guy hooking up with the hottest girl, he's not.
gotcha.
He's got a lisp as well. You know, lisp when talking,
What's that?
like stuttering and the lisp.
Oh, that's cool, man. He overcame that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's like a really cool guy, man. I love him. Like we're gonna meet again
Mm.
in Stockholm and do game
How'd you meet these guys?
at this crypto event.
Mm. Crypto
But I
event.
was,
You go to
yeah, but
crypto
I
event.
was, yeah, it's for this hackathon. You can raise money there and stuff, bro. Get
Mm.
investment. So I'm just trying to do that. But bro, because I have game, it's very easy for me.
To make friends.
Like network, yeah. Especially with
Mm.
guys, it's so easy. I made friends with every guy there pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm going next week as well. I'm excited. I think the final chapter of my life has begun.
What do you mean final? Why is it the
Like
final
it's gonna be a
chapter?
long chapter, but like the last stage, like
Mm.
doing big startups, getting a lot of women or nicer women,
Mm.
and just that. But yeah, we went out 3 nights in a row. Bro, it's 6 a.m. till 6 a.m. There was barely any volume though. Like male to female ratio, 80-20.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, it was hard. So girls get harassed a lot, so you can't really do much.
Mm.
I was doing all right. My approach anxiety was non-existent with these guys, because they're approaching everyone all the time as well. So
Nice.
it just felt normal, right? And then I had no
Mm.
approach anxiety with these guys. Whereas
Pro.
when you're doing with game guys, they're chickening out and like, if anything I learned is like when you do go out, go with normal guys who are good
Mm.
naturals,
I guess you
because
know what?
they don't make a big deal about anything.
Yeah. The mere fact that they made it natural means like they have a good mindset. So, mm,
Yeah, but
and
they do
also,
things wrong.
yeah,
I
and
can
also
see it.
like
If they
I
had
have
game,
an
it would
idea.
be better.
I have an idea that they've been doing it for like longer periods of time because that's part of their like life, you know?
Yeah, it's just their life. They just go out every weekend, twice,
Mm.
for years, like 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this guy, he was amazing though. He was like a male stripper as well.
Stripper? Really?
Eh, male stripper, yeah.
God damn.
Just just for fun. You're a good looking guy. Yeah,
God
it was
damn.
insane.
God damn.
Yeah.
I will get expelled from my house if I did that.
Yeah. But I mean, it builds so much confidence, man. Imagine being a male stripper. So much confidence.
Mm. No judgment though. I'm
Yeah.
cool.
So on the last night, what happened? He had a friend. You see those two chicks?
Yeah.
The one sitting with him, that's his friend from ages ago. He hadn't met for like 8 years. But she was, and the one sitting with me, that she had a birthday, and they
Mm.
wanted to go out.
Mm.
So, because I just met him 2 days ago, he asked his other friend who's really close, the one with the lisp, really cool guy, but the one with the lisp, they sent him the photo of him, and then they said no.
Mm.
That's why I said, yeah, he's not that good looking, but he's got really nice game. So then they
Mm.
sent them a picture of me, and they were like, yeah, he's hot. But I was feeling really down, so it felt good. And he showed me the screenshots as well. They were calling me hot and stuff. Yeah, get him out. So then, even though I left the city, I came back like 40 minutes, and
Mm.
then we went on a night out, bro. Uh, but I'm not really that social right now, as you know. So I was glitching super hard, man. I was glitching a lot. I didn't know what to say. I couldn't flirt with her, couldn't do much.
Mm.
But over time it got better. But that's the thing. Even if they're out with you, you get so much more chances. Because when you cold approach, if there's like a weird gap, right?
Mm.
Like a socially awkward gap, they leave, right? Because they just
Mm.
met you. But if you're out as friends, like social circle, then they don't really leave. They're like, yeah, it's fine. You can have like awkward moments.
What is
So
what is
yeah,
that?
like uh, like when you cold approach someone on the street, right? Like a girl, or at
Mm.
a club, you need to constantly have conversation. But as soon as you have like a 10-second silence, then they leave, right?
The woman?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you're on the street talking to a girl, you have like 10, 20 second silence. No one's saying she's gonna leave, right?
Yeah.
Same with club. You just met her 10 minutes ago, you're gonna have the silence, they're gonna leave, right?
Okay.
But with social circles, since you're all out together, it's fine to not talk for a bit.
So you're when you're meeting girls like together as a group.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you exchange, you talk to each other. I talk to my mate, they talk to each other.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how I see. A lot of these ugly guys get really hot girls, but it's just a social circle. It's very easy.
So it's
You
more
know what I
chill.
mean?
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't have to have any game. As long as you're a cool guy, that's what I was. I was just a cool guy. I didn't even have any game.
Mm.
Like I was just question answer. I was interview moding.
Yeah.
And After like an hour or two, I got funnier and like smoother. But before, I was just like interview mode. It
Mm.
had been so long since I hung out with a chick, you know?
Mhm.
And then, so he was making out. Okay, you know, I don't know if Chris told you, but a lot of times if there's two friends, like females, two girls, and if one is hooking up with a guy, the other one is gonna start hooking up with the other guy because she's gonna feel left out. Chris used to tell me this.
Yeah, I think I heard it.
Yeah, so his girl, the one he's sitting with, was they started hooking up, so she started hooking up with me then.
Did you
We
say
start making out. Huh?
Did you say anything?
No, we were all dancing. They were hooking up, and then she got closer to me and started touching my face and stuff and looking at me. So I just kissed her, you know,
Nice.
and we made out and shit. And then, bro, crazy. Then we went to this toilet, and we were like, they were doing coke, and I did a line as well, but it was a bit crazy.
Mm.
Hypothetically, this is hypothetically. None of this conversation is true. But hypothetically, they were doing coke. My friend didn't do it, but because every time I've done coke, someone's offered to me, and then I don't feel any effects. So I'm like, maybe this time it's the real coke. But yeah, but shit, no effects. I did a line, and then I don't know. We were talking. We were in this toilet, and I was telling my girl like, you know, I have this theory. The color of the lips is also the color of the nipples, and she was like, yeah, and also the color of the pussy. And then she showed me her nipple. But then you know what happened? Then the girls started making out with each other.
I never understood that. Like, why do they do that?
I think to look hot. That's what I think. Or sometimes they're naturally bisexual, you know?
Okay.
A lot of times to look hot. Okay, but also the thing was this other girl, my friend's friend, not the one with the birthday, the other girl, the less hotter one, she was giving her numbers to guys throughout the night. And the girl I was sitting with, she was like trying to invite guys from Tinder. So it was kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
But I guess it wasn't like a double date or anything. We were just all going out. And then the girl I was sitting, this other girl, the girl of my friend, I don't even remember their names. How crazy is that? Um, she invited this other guy we met at another bar. And then she started making out with that guy. Oh, by the way, before that, we had switched targets, me and my friend. Not switched targets, we started talking to each other's girls, and we started making out with them as well.
Okay.
So every and then okay, yeah, and then at this point, they were like making out with each other and touching our dicks, who's getting hard. I wasn't getting hard, but my friend was. And I think I played it really wrong, where I, ca- I said like, "Oh, you're gonna have to try harder than that."
Yeah,
Right?
that's
And
just
then
basically
they got a
telling you
bit
like you're
pissed.
not that attractive right now.
Yeah, but the thing is, I should have, because the other girl was telling me all night, "You're so hot and like you're a good looking guy." And then at some point, there was this gay guy, really good looking guy, was trying to fuck me, you know? And then the girl was saying, "Yeah, but the gay guys have the best taste, and you're a really good looking guy. That's why he wants to fuck you." Yeah, bro. That guy was like, "Yeah, I'm going early morning. No, I work early morning, but we can go to my place. It's down the road and just drink." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, sure, bro. Good."
Congrats, bro. Happy
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
but yeah, but so I should have just been nicer to her. That's what I was thinking. That's because I was just
Bro,
being a dick to her, I guess.
hypothetically, like if you were gay, like would you be top or bottom?
I don't know, bro. I'm not gay. I don't know. I can't imagine. I don't think about these things. I think you
Uh,
think about this too much.
so what happened with the girl? She got turned off and left?
No, no, no. So towards so this is the end, right? Everyone making out. We switch targets. They're making out with each other, and then these girls are like, "Now you two make out." Me and
Mm.
my friend, and I'm
Huh?
like, "Not happening."
That's not
I'm like,
happening,
"Not
man.
happening." Yeah. She kept going 10 minutes, and I'm like, I would rather just go home than do that, you know.
Yeah.
And she was like, "You're homophobic, this and that." You know what I mean?
Mm. In a funny way or just I don't know, like a serious way?
It was funny at start, but then it started getting serious, right?
Okay.
And then this other guy came in.
That's kind of
So
weird.
because we had befriended that guy as well, and then we started talking. This other guy, when he came in, we started talking anyway. But then
Mm.
they started, and he brought his friend as well, and they started talking to our girls. But
Mm.
you know where I fucked up? I shouldn't have left my girl, and it was her birthday, and now she was just sitting alone for like 30 minutes and just watch people, you know? So then this guy who got his mate, like the girl invited from the other bar, and they started talking to our girls and they started making out with our girls. And then they
Mm.
didn't leave our girls. And then yeah, that was it. Then we were fucked.
So they took your girls.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what happened later.
What did you do for that 30 minutes?
What do you mean?
Like you left her for 30 minutes, right?
I was talking to other people at the venue. But I think that
Mm.
was too much, right?
I guess, yeah, a bit too much. Like
But she
maybe
was
five.
literally sitting there just looking around.
Yeah.
And then another guy
Um,
came in, gave her attention. Because this is what my Berlin coach says. The biggest compliment you can give to a girl is give her your attention.
mm,
And I think since I haven't gamed a lot, I have low self-esteem now. So I was playing hard to get because of that. So I wasn't giving out any compliments or high value compliments or whatever. And I wasn't like engaging with them much. I was
yeah.
playing a bit distant, like I'm the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. And bro, I think it could have worked like if she was a certain archetype though. Depends on the girl, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, but I guess the majority of women, it's a better strategy to give them like attention, like here and there.
Yeah, and since she was calling me good looking and shit anyway throughout the night, her
Yeah,
friend, you know,
yeah.
I shouldn't have played, I mean, hard to get or shit.
Mm. Or like be
Because
more subtle.
she called me out a couple times as well, like I was being a jerk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think I fucked up there,
It's all good, man. Like it's been a while, right?
bro. Yeah, man, I'm surprised. This is like it was so good. Honestly, if those two guys didn't come, I think we would have fucked them both, like a foursome situation. You know?
Mm. Yeah. Remember our time when we couldn't like talk to people? Night game. We used to do
Yeah,
games.
yeah,
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 10 kilos.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, bro. But was it last night? No, the night before, bro. But I was literally talking to everyone at the venue. How crazy is that? Remember, I would walk. What was the place? Sheeps. No, not Sheeps. What was the other place?
Sidebar.
Ivy.
Ivy. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd walk downstairs. You would still give compliment. I wouldn't even give compliment. Downstairs, upstairs.
Yeah. It was hard, man. It was hard. We approached that
Those
like
days.
conference, like the Asian girl, the white girl. That was like our first approach, I remember.
Oh
And
yeah, the one that
they
was
had
sitting
like
who
a
was
gay
like, "Oh, we're
dude.
lesbians."
Yeah, gay
Yeah,
dude. And he
you
was trying
remember
to
that
like hook
shit?
us up. Mm.
Yeah, they had amazing tits, right?
Yeah. They were quite hot, man.
No,
The Weaker girl was hot as well.
both of them were hot, bro. Like
Yeah.
the Asian and the Australian girl.
Mm.
Super hot.
Yeah.
It was crazy though, man. But yeah, looking back, I think the approach anxiety went away because I was with these dudes. That's also the
Mhm.
thing. Because the first night I went out, I had a bit of approach anxiety, and then I kept going, going, going.
Yeah. Definitely, man. And also, like, I think, like, if you're with friends, like, you tend to stay longer, which helps you get into state as well.
Yeah, because you can't ditch your friends, and then your friends are there anyway to talk to you. Like
Mm.
I think it's what Kyle says. Like you set up a center for the night, some friends,
Mm.
and you go approach, doesn't work out, come back to the center, and you keep doing that.
Yup. Yup. Kyle makes a lot
You
of
haven't,
sense. Night game and
yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah.
Bro, you haven't done much night game, right?
Not really. I'm thinking about learning it.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun, man. I'm enjoying it. If you have nice friends, like nice wingmen.
Yeah. But I guess you know what? Like, the only thing is like you gotta stay up till late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sometimes you gotta
you can
take
do
out.
1 or 2 o'clock and then go home. It's okay.
Just like we did. Like we didn't drink. We went home like early, right? 1 or 2.
Yeah, but these 2 nights I drank because these guys were drinking so much. I was like fucking
Yeah,
eight,
they're
10
enjoying their
drinks every
night.
night.
They're
Yeah,
naturals.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, but this is the thing I don't understand. Like day game, I know everything, right? Go here, go another venue, move them around, take them home. But
Mm.
night game, I don't understand because I was like talking to every night. I was talking to girls, and we would talk and start flirting, and then what? So I guess take her to the dance floor, then take her outside. How long do you do that shit for?
Ask Chris.
Yeah, I really need to ask this shit to my friend, to my coach, Berlin coach. This Friday. I'm
Uh,
gonna do that.
yeah.
'Cause how long do you do this, right? Like,
Like
what
the
is the
structure.
play?
I guess like
Go
just
on.
try it out, man. Just try it out. Like you're gonna figure it out in like 5 to 10 goals.
Maybe, but I think dance floor helps. If you've been flirting with her, take her to the dance floor and then you make out with her there. Because then
Mm.
it's very acceptable. Everyone making out on the dance floor,
Yeah. Bro, by the way, like I've been playing video games nowadays and I have data around like 2 games. Like I played them for at least like 40 hours and then
Yeah.
I got decent with it, like good information, good structure, good release muscle, and in my experience, it took me at least like 60 games to 70 games to get like intermediate.
60 games? What do you mean? Like, is it a match?
Yeah, 60 matches. So in the
Okay.
first like 20, 30 matches, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Then
Yeah.
got some information, made some structure, and then got better than most people after like 60 to 70, 80 games.
Nice.
Yeah,
What
so
game was it?
it's kind of interesting. StarCraft.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go on.
Korean tradition, StarCraft, and
Uh,
like, do you know the game like Brawl Stars?
no, I don't know that. I know StarCraft though.
Yeah, one is a mobile game, Brawl Stars. It's cool, man. It's fun. It's like a 3-minute game. But it's fun.
Takes the edge off, right? Because us guys, we're always thinking about shit. So when you play video games, you're not really thinking.
Yeah, and also you can kind of learn from video games. You learn
A lot. I
all
learned a lot.
Hmm. You can learn human psychology. You can learn how to learn. You can learn how to get better with something, and I guess like a lot of things, you know.
Especially these games, bro. Strategy games. You can learn a lot.
Yeah, yeah. And like, come to think of it, like that game had like a lot of element of luck. And to think about life, like in that light, like luck has at least like 50% of like whatever we do. And but like the more at bats you have, like just like in baseball, you can kind of make your luck, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Mm, yeah. Cool,
yeah, I
man.
get it,
What do you play, by the way?
bro. Dota, bro. You know this.
Dota. Never played, man.
Yeah.
League of Legends though.
League, I don't know. It's a bit more casual, I guess. It's for normies. Dota is more hardcore,
Oh,
more
really?
technical. Yeah,
Ah,
much more
interesting.
things to do.
Do you have like a
Yeah,
tier, like the rank?
yeah.
What's your rank, bro?
Right now it's Archon 3, which is like high skill.
Like top
So there's
10?
a top 20%.
Okay, that's decent.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
not,
yeah. I used
yeah.
to be top 5% or some shit, like all the way up to high ancient. So there's immortal, which is like top 10 people in the server, right? In the region, like you top 10 people in Europe or some shit. Then
Yeah.
there's divine, which is like top 1%. Then there's ancient, which is like top 5%. So I used to be ancient. And then after ancient, there's legend, which is like top 10. Then there's archon, top 20. But then
Mm,
I went down all the way to guardian, bro, which is like bottom 40%.
because you're not playing that much.
Yeah, but I also like sometimes I used to get in my head. I would lose some matches, and then I would match with certain guys, and they were the reasons I was losing. So then
Mm.
what I would do is that I would get mad and then lose on purpose because I got those guys in my team again. So I would be like, if you lost me that match, I'm gonna lose you this match, shit like that.
Yeah, you learn about human psychology, man.
Yeah, I was too emotional.
Yeah.
But recently, my last like during my surgery, I was playing a lot, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like right after my surgery, right?
Yeah.
Around that time, I gained a lot of rank, so I went back from bottom 40% to top 20%.
Yeah. It's like,
But because I was less emotional, I had better state. I
mm.
wouldn't get annoyed by these guys anymore.
So state is so important, man. Like when people talk about like law of attraction, act as if like you already succeeded, it kind of makes sense in that matter, don't you think?
Yeah, but one caveat to that is like, if you don't really believe, how do you make yourself believe? You can have a facade, but deep down, you know.
Mm. For me, I guess you know what? Like when I was playing video games, it's like I know I could do better. Like I know I can reach like top rank because I have experience in like other parts of my life. So it's like reproving myself, you know? That was my fault.
Yeah, back in the day, I used to think as well, I'm like so good, so much better than these guys. They're ruining games for me, but it was bad state. Although I knew I was good, it was bad state, so I was losing still.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I know
Mhm.
I'm better than these guys. These guys are idiots. I can't do anything. So then I just work the best I can do in this match with these
Mhm.
guys. And then that's how I got from bottom 40 to top 20, which is quite
Mm.
hard to do, bro. But I was
Yeah,
able to.
I know,
I was
man.
surprised I was able to climb all these ranks. I was like, wow,
How much time did
makes
it
sense
take?
why not. I think like 200 hours or something. It
Mm,
took a month.
yeah.
But
So
it's huge. Like, 'cause after you start winning like 60% of the matches,
it gets difficult, right?
they, yeah, they really force you to play with bad players in your rank. Because think about it as the game's perspective. If if there's like five guys who are always winning, then everyone else is going to be pissed off and stop playing, right? So even online, they've discussed this. Like after you reach like 55%, they get really aggressive with teaming you with really bad players. So you lose.
Yeah, kind of know how.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's why it took me a month
Mm.
because I was winning so much. They were like, yeah, fuck these guy, this guy, all the worst players. But then eventually it's fine. It's fine. You can just keep going.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And also, the more complicated the game is, it takes more time to get better. Especially,
That's why I love Dota, man. It's the most complex game. You have like 150 characters and you have to remember everyone's every spell. So even if you're not playing that, the enemy is playing that. So you need to know what the enemy is capable of.
yeah, yeah. And it's plus like if you go like higher rank, it's like poker. Like you know what they have, but it's the matter of timing. So it's like you got to think.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Strategize, fake some plays, get them deep. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
And also like what I realized like there's a lot of commonalities with like different areas of skills like boxing as well, poker. You kind of have to figure out the psyche of the other person to really dominate them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of give out baits. So if I do this, like he kind of responds like this, responds like this, and then yeah, try to read them, you know?
Yeah, okay, I get that.
Yeah. Cool, man. Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, in a way, bro, about this night situation, I'm a bit disappointed because we were so close to fucking them. But then I'm also happy because I
Mm.
got pretty far. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But I guess that's normal human response. Like we can't be God and like be Zen all the time, you know?
Yeah, also, I was only on 2 hours sleep because the night before we were out till 6 a.m. as well.
Mm. Yeah.
So
Sleep
there
is
was that. I was already super tired.
Sleep is huge. It's like if you don't get enough sleep, I start like lagging. Like my brain isn't like really working 100%.
Yeah, you're not registering what they're saying, right?
Yeah.
Because at some point, she was telling me something deep, like a friend, my girl's friend, like my target's friend.
Yeah.
And then, because with game, you just learn to just smile all the time, right? So she was telling me something deep, and I was smiling, and, and she was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Okay. So it's like
And then my friend had to save me, like, no, you didn't mean anything. I was like, no, sorry, I didn't mean anything. I'm like, I'm just a happy guy. I'm just smiling all the time. I'm
mm,
sorry if that offended you.
yeah. That's the good thing about social circle game. They come to save you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that girl was definitely a bit bitchy, you know. I remember Chris said about they gave me a lot of shit tests, bro, and I don't know if I passed or not. So one shit test was like when we switched targets, this other girl who was a bit bitchy, she started saying things to me like, "Do you?" What was she saying to me? Yeah, I don't sleep with guys on night outs. You're gonna have to take me out. And then I don't remember saying anything. I was like, come on, you want to. Don't give me this bullshit. I think I said that, but the right response would have been, we haven't even kissed, or it's fine. Let's take it slow. Take it easy. We'll see
Yeah.
how we go.
Yeah. Like yeah, the second one makes sense.
Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, no, that's fine. We just take it easy. Just see how we
Bro, I
go. Go with the flow.
realized that you know what? Like even if you have like good state, it's it's more beneficial to always be on the same side. Like being confrontational just makes objections. I learned that on sales, man. You can't really
Yeah.
choose your mind. Like they have to say it. Like you got to be on their side. Like yeah, that's totally fine. Like I wasn't even thinking about like what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. See, but if my brain was working at that moment, because I had to, bro, that night I had to drink alcohol because I was so tired, bro. I slept 2 hours. And this was like the third night in a row we'd been going out, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was weird. Yeah. But because yesterday, finally at like 8 p.m., when my brain finally kicked back in, because I was sleeping till like 4 p.m. Around 8 p.m., I started thinking, oh, yeah, I should have handled it like that. And then, you know what Chris says? Treat them like it's your daughter. When they talk shit, just be like, what are you talking about? It's fine. I didn't mean
Yeah.
anything. Or so, see, I failed those two shit tests where the first one was when she was like, what's wrong with you? Why are you laughing? And my friend had to save me. So I failed there. And the second one, the date one, because then it went a bit silent and then she moved back to my friend, you know?
Mhm.
So it was like that. I failed that shit test and then a couple more, I think.
Bro, how about this? Like just a glimpse of an idea, but like how about showing a little bit of confrontational frame, but also make it a bit sexual, flirtatious. So if she says something like, no, I don't sleep with guys on the first night. Like, you gotta take me out a couple times. I would say something like, why? What happens then? Right? A
Oh yeah,
glimpse
that's good.
of conflict, but also
Yeah.
sexual.
Also, another thing I was thinking, I would be like, oh, that's very forward of you that you're already thinking about fucking me.
Yeah,
Because she
that's great.
is. She's like, right? Because she
Yeah,
is.
like
She's like, I don't sleep on the first night. I'm like, oh, so you're already thinking about it.
yeah. It's just
Instead
it's
of, I went to the frame of trying to convince her, like qualifying for
mm,
her.
mm.
Oh, no, I know you want to come on. Don't be like
But now
this.
you're
That's like,
chasing. Yeah.
yeah, that's what happened there.
Mm. It's all good, man.
She
Like,
gave me a shit test. That's what I did. Yeah, but it's nice. It's nice
bro,
to.
how about this? How about this? Like structure really helps you with the decision making process. Like you don't have to think as much. So when you're tired, when you're not in state, we can have more structure for every like objection. So yeah, you can have the same performance. Like I learned that in sales, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I get tired, when I'm not in state and I get rejections, like objections, like, oh bro, like I gotta think about it. Like, like that's too much money. It's like, oh fuck me again. Like in that state of mind, I need the structure. It's like I need like a performance structure.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Structure helps. You know, a structure is also like a backup plan. So in your brain, you're a bit free
Yeah.
because with structure, because you can always fall back to the structure, right?
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
you run out of shit to say or whatever, you just go back to the structure. So it's like, okay, we we were on the road, we took a detour, a nice view, and now we're back on the road, you know?
Yeah. So yeah.
So in a way, yeah, that's good.
Too much structure could be too much, but yeah, just what you mentioned is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I have so many questions, bro. Cause yeah, this is good idea.
Yeah.
Good game, bro. Good game. I have so many questions. But I could see I could get this stage almost every night. So how do I pull from here, you know?
Mm, guess that's the next stage for you.
Yeah.
But weren't you having a bit of success like back when you were doing night game?
Yeah, bro. In Stockholm, I had a lot of success. I closed as well, as you know. But I was on the boot camp at Todd. And then the
Really?
second night, I made out with three girls, but all of them, the my wing fucked up.
Okay. Don't why not use the structure you learned on the bootcamp?
There was no structure I learned because I never. The first night I got to the pulling stage, but yeah, we took them out to another bar. Hmm. Yeah, fuck, I didn't even think about this. So you take them out if they're not ready to go home, you just take them to another bar, but more quiet, where other guys can't steal them and stuff.
Mm. Yeah, like I think the key word is isolation, man.
Yeah, yeah, of course. That's what I was good at last time. I was always isolating them. Oh, let's go out for a smoke. Let's go out, go talk for a bit. Let's go dance for a bit.
Yeah,
And they
that's
keep
true.
fucking roller coasting shit. And then you're like, oh, let's go out to a bar. That's what happened. Me and Todd, we pulled these two girls to another bar.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
then we went to that bar. And then from there, we went to another bar. And then from there, we went home.
Mm. Yeah, like you remember my pulling clothes from McDonald's back in the days?
But the toilet one,
Toilet one, yeah.
yeah.
So that one, like she was with her friend. Like I made her friend socialize with other people in the club, and then I isolated my girl to a table and then like make out. So good thing started from there.
Yeah. But how did you keep talking to her all night? Because you were with her a lot, right?
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean though?
Yeah, you kept talking to them.
Yeah,
Mm.
keep talking and then make plans when the friend was not nearby and
There. Yeah.
yeah, and then make an excuse like, hey, we actually made a plan, like blah blah blah. We're gonna see the sunset. Like, uh, I didn't say, do you want to join? But I framed it a different way.
Yeah. What's happening to me? Like I'm running out of things to say, but I think it's because I'm not doing any games, so
Yeah,
I just need to
do some
spend more
reps.
time with girls. Yeah.
Because you didn't have this problem before.
I always have, bro. I always run out of shit to say and eject.
Mm.
That's why I was only getting with girls that were into me because then they would also talk a lot, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So maybe one issue was, now I'm thinking about it this other night. One issue was I wasn't doing enough eye contact and I was being a bit weird, low self-esteem. So then they were losing interest and not talking to me a lot, not
Mhm.
asking me a lot of questions.
Mm. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Bro, what do you think? I have some guys who are like super introverted and they're like in their head a lot, a lot. So obviously these guys take a more time to like change them, get some results. Like how would you teach these guys if you were a coach?
I'm in the same situation, bro. I think it's all reps. You
But
just
what
have
if
to,
these people were in their heads for the whole life, like 20 years, 25, 30 years?
yeah, like me.
You?
Y- Yeah, I was like that, bro. That's the issue now because as soon as I didn't do game for a bit, I'm going back to being that guy, like
Okay.
hating on women,
Gotcha.
being
Okay.
awkward. But the
Yeah,
only thing you can do is just keep going and talk more. Because think about it, it's like decades of not talking to people, being in
that's
your head.
true. It took me like 6 to 7 months to actually get my first date, man. That's how bad I was.
Bro, same with me, you remember. I was like literally on the verge of crying. I was like, Mims, when do you get your date? When do you get your number, bro? It's been months, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I
You
think we
know
had the
what?
same time frame. Our journey was the same time frame. Like the closes were around 6, 7 months. It was all the same.
Mm, yeah. Because I'm like, you know what? Like my program is like minimum 3 months. And I feel bad if guys don't get dates in those 3 months. Like some guys get their dates on first month, some guys second month, some guys like third month. But But some guys, it takes more than that, and I'm feeling bad about that, you know.
Yeah, but we were the same, and look how far we've come.
That's true. That's true. I guess
Yeah,
maybe some things are out of my reach. Maybe.
yeah,
Yeah. Maybe. Could do better. Maybe.
yeah. Like how?
I have no idea, man. I'm trying my best. It's like make them do meditation, make them do the reps. That's all I can do for now.
Just reps, bro. I don't even know meditation. I think it's all reps.
Mm.
Because now my baseline is can always ask directions to any girl anywhere.
But you
I can
kind of
always
changed a
make
lot
it
when
direct.
you went to the Berlin coach, and it wasn't about the
Yeah.
reps.
He was focusing and then he was telling me what to say.
Yeah, but how many reps did you do with this guy?
Bro, in 3 hours, we would do like 25 to 30 approaches. But
Um,
we would do,
okay.
I think around 10 sessions when I got really good. So he forced after 300
Mm,
approaches, but in my ear.
okay. Oh, okay.
And
You
then
know what?
every Tuesday, we have a session where it's a mock interaction. So you get really good at first 5 minutes of conversation where you need to do that with these guys.
So
They
more
need to be,
concentrated time.
yeah, they need to know what to say first 5 minutes so they never have to worry about it. It frees up
Yeah.
the mental space. Like
Yes.
structure, what we were saying, if they already have a 5 minute structure, then they can deviate and come back to structure.
I give them the most like simple structure, bro. Like I I say like, bro, like give up the small talk. Just say, "Hey, excuse me, you look cute, you look beautiful today. Can I get your number?" Like just to put in the reps, man. Like eventually, yeah, you need more structure, but yeah.
But they need more structure, bro. That this isn't gonna help them because they're not practicing the full conversation.
Yeah, but they're
They
not
need to
even
talk
there.
to her 2 to 5 minutes.
But yeah, bro, I
So
get what you mean.
if you give them exactly what to say, like, okay, after she says thank you, when you call, if she doesn't even say thank you when you call her beautiful, then it's fine. She's a bitch. She's gonna give you too much shit. After she says thank you, maybe give them exactly what to say next. Where are you from? And then when she says where she's from, you can be like, oh, you look like a tourist pretending to be a local. So funny. And then after that, she laughs or whatever. Maybe she asks where you're from, so you have that ready. Where you're from, a cool story. And then after that, once that is done, then you can be like, "Oh, have you been there?" Then she would say no, and then you see. So already it's like 1 minute, 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Just give
Yeah, because
them a
I already,
couple
yeah.
lines. Yeah.
Because then after they reach that, they can just sometimes the conversation. If she's staying there 2, 3 minutes, it just she starts asking you questions if there's interest.
Mm. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good, man.
Yeah,
So
because without structure, it's no good.
also, like
I
after
think.
your 3-hour session with the German coach, like you kind of figured it out. It's like you have some confidence now, so you could replicate it by yourself, right?
First few sessions, I wasn't. Because, bro, it's just decades of issues. Those
Mm,
self-esteem issues for decades.
gotcha. Cool, man. Cool, cool, cool. That's great idea.
Even now, bro. So now I'm good at holding my frame, but when people have really strong frame, I fall into their frame, I noticed. Like I spoke to my sister after like 3, 4 years, and she has the most ridiculous frame.
What do you mean?
Like she just doesn't listen to you. If you say anything, she just like, no, 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 I know. But she has nothing to prove. Like she has no back
Evidence.
evidence to say she knows anything. But she's just
Yeah.
like, and then you just can't win with her. But
I guess
but
the
and then
pickup
I
guys.
started falling into her frame. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah. I guess the pickup guys are talking about that. Like, yes, of course you need logic, but you need like that amount of self-belief.
Yeah, and you know the German guy who lost me a lot of money, he has the same shit. He just had insane self-belief. Like he just
Mm.
knows shit,
Where do you think that
you
comes
know?
from, though?
A good like childhood affirmation because my sister, she was always told she's the shit growing up. She's the most beautiful girl, this and that, you know? Whereas with me, it was different. Like I'm
Mm.
ugly. My mother would call me ugly. My sister, like people in school would treat me like shit, you know?
Mm. Yeah,
But I'm
okay.
getting better, bro. Because, you know, at this event, I was the center of attention. Every guy was trying to talk to me. And then I had to like blow people off.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like, what's the main difference? How'd you do it?
By being, it's what Axel, my other coach, taught me. Never go into full story. Be mysterious. Before, like, they would ask me what I do. I was like, yeah, I had this really successful startup. This. It would be like a fucking 2 minute monologue, you know? But
So
now I'm
it's like,
like, oh,
oh,
yeah, I'm like, yeah, I sold some startups. I just travel and invest now. Then they're like,
so,
well, what do you mean you sold some startups?
so it's
How?
like marketing.
Um,
It's like
huh?
marketing. You're creating curiosity to make them
Yeah,
hook.
then I'm like, yeah, it was like a fintech app. I raised some money. It was good.
That's
And they're
great, man.
like,
That's great.
oh, really? Would I know that app? And then they keep keep digging,
Mm.
you know? And then I only give them a little, every time just a little. So they keep digging
Oh,
for like,
you're giving them Skittles.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They want the whole bag, you know?
You're giving them Skittles to make them climb a mountain. That's great.
Yeah,
And other people
yeah.
seeing you, like people chasing you, like you get more.
Then another one comes. Oh, this guy's cool. Why are you talking to him? And then more people come, and then more people come. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's actually my Korean coach told me when I'm doing cold approach. Create curiosity. That's what he told me. It's like when she asks like what you're doing, like don't give the full answer. Just
Yeah.
create curiosity. What do you think I do?
What do I think you do, or what you should be doing?
Oh, no. Like that would something I would say to the girl.
Oh, nah, that's not creating curiosity, bro. That's just asking question. Well, how you would create curiosity in that situation is like, yeah, I help people with their issues. Then she'd be like, what do you mean, interest or what? And then you could be like, no, I coach guys. And then she'd be like, "What do you mean by that?" And then she keeps digging, you know.
So giving like crumbs of information.
Yeah, but one thing, I mean, every once in a while it's okay. What do you think I do? How old do you think I am? But if you do too much, they get frustrated.
Yeah,
Remember, we had this
annoying.
interaction in Sydney where there were these two girls, and then you kept, you know, pushing, and then they were so frustrated by the end.
The sidebar, was it?
Yeah, sidebar, right? They were sitting outside. You
Well, it
know
was
this
kind of my
interaction.
energy as well. It was kind of aggressive as well.
Yeah. But we were like, yeah, keep guessing. And after like 30 guesses, they were like,
Ah,
what the fuck? Right?
yeah. Bro, like I had this one experience back in Sydney. She was a Korean flight attendant. I think I closed her. Yeah, anyway, I was doing the same thing. Like, what do you think I do? How do you think I am? And she replicated the same energy and it was annoying as shit, man.
Yeah, right?
Annoying as shit, man. Like, just fucking tell me.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And sometimes you find them really attractive, it's fine, but it's not really creating a positive momentum, you know? But
Yeah.
creating a I think ask your Korean coach, maybe if you're still talking to him, what does he mean by that? And in your situation, I think what he means by create curiosity is like answer the question, but in a like way that she really has to dig.
Yeah,
You
so
know?
it was I think it was the answer was kind of like overall thing, like nonverbals and verbal. So when I'm
Yeah,
objection
of course.
handling,
Non-verbals always.
yeah, objection handling when she's giving me the boyfriend, look at me saying objection handling. So, um,
Yeah.
I would say something like, "Trust me, like you would want to give me your number. You would look back at this moment and you would say, oh, like it was a nice thing to give me your number. Like it was something like that." Mm. So it's creating
Yeah.
curiosity because like who is this dude? Like what the fuck does he do? Right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
your information is great, man. Like giving them like crumbs of information. There's a lot of ways to do it, I guess. One thing I learned from marketing was like give them the what, but not the how and when.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's
Even
great.
half of the what, you know?
So if I
Yeah,
ask
because
you, bro, what do you do for work?
what do I do for a living? I always go like, like uh, I sold my business a couple of years ago. Well, if they are young, they know what a startup is. So I just say, yeah, I sold my startup a couple of years ago. Now I just travel and invest. And then they're like,
Gosh.
sometimes they ask me about traveling, where we travel so far. Then I go, yeah, I've just been doing a road trip for like past 4 years. And they're like, oh, what do you mean?
Mm.
Years? How much did you sell your startup for? Well, how can you do that? It's my dream. See, that's what I'm saying. But the reason I do it is because I don't have much to say most times. Because I'm telling you, I'm really struggling with what to say, right? Verbals. So I get them to talk.
I think,
And this is the best way I
bro,
found for them to talk. They just keep
you
asking.
I think you made a great point here because like you mentioned monologue, and what I just realized from what you're saying is like I have a chance to participate. I have a chance to be curious like about it, like more and more and more. But if you just throw it at me all at once, I'm like, oh, okay.
But it's too much information. You don't even know what to say then, right?
Yeah.
Because earlier I was doing these monologues and the girls would lose interest and leave. And then,
But
I
how
was
would you
practicing
how would
things.
you do sorry man, sorry. Like how would you do monologues though? Like if I asked you like what do you do for work? Like what did you say?
I was saying, oh yeah, when I was 21, I was living in London, and then I made this startup. It was like selling video games online. I sold that. Then I traveled for a couple of years. I went to
Mm,
Dubai. As a young guy, I had a lot of money.
yeah.
Like now I'm qualifying as well. Then after
Yeah.
that, I went to Australia. I always wanted to learn how to surf. So I decided to go to Australia. And then there, I was studying computer science. See, you already checked out. And
First
this
one
would keep
is
going
so
for like two
much
more
better, bro.
minutes.
So much better.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
You
so
can see the
much
clear
better.
difference. Yeah, I just sold my business a couple of years ago. I just sold my startup 2 years ago. I've just been
Yeah.
traveling now,
Yeah. It's like you tune
right?
out if there's too much information.
Yeah, I'm just telling them my whole life story. Like I've never spoken to a girl before, and then suddenly verbal diarrhea.
Yeah. You're looking for a relationship, you're looking for marriage. Mm.
Yeah, literally, I would literally go all the way there. I would be like, yeah, then I sold my last one. Now I'm like trying to find a girl, settle down. I think it's time. Shit like that.
Yeah, makes sense, man. And I guess like a lot of
Yeah.
dating coaches, when they say like don't be too logical, they're kind of saying this as well. Like kind of. They don't know they're saying this, but this is included. Like don't give up too much like information at once.
You know how I learned this though?
How?
When I was doing the first 5 minute structure, and my coach Axel, he told me never
Uh,
more than two to three sentences in one go.
mm. Yeah, I kind of didn't understand it back then, but it makes a lot of sense now. It's like, yeah, no, not too much information, man.
Yeah,
Curiosity.
because when you just tell them these two, oh, just tell her beautiful, then ask number, they never. But if you do the whole first 5 minute role play, then he just fixes everything. Okay, no more two sentences. Throw in this line. Learn two flirty lines. Like when you are, this is what he taught me. When she tells you, when you ask her, what are you up to right now? And she says, I'm waiting for a friend or I'm going here. Then tell her, oh, and you thought you'd meet a cute guy before you went to see your
Mm,
friend. And
yeah,
then that's flirty, right?
yeah. I guess you know what, like all
Or,
of
yeah.
go on, go on.
No, no, no. And then another one is like, do you always get approached only by the tall and handsome ones? So it's
Really?
like once I knew those two lines, and then he said, "Don't be overly flirty either. Max two flirty lines in first 5 minutes."
Yeah. So I guess that's a good balance between like structure and chaos. It's like you can maneuver the lines, but it has to move the interaction forward. So being flirtatious, making curiosity, not like going over two lines. That's all great. And what I was trying to say
Yeah,
is like the best coaches actually look into your conversations and then maneuver those like small things you don't even realize. They notice
yeah.
the
What these guys were saying, you know.
yeah.
Another thing they fixed is pause. Say,
Pause. Yeah.
yeah, you pause and give her space to say something. If you don't
Ah, yeah.
pause, she doesn't say anything.
Yeah. So make her participate, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
yeah. That's why that 5 minute structure is important.
The main structure or feedback I got from my coach was like I don't have good reaction. I don't have good reaction. So for example, if I ask her like, "Hey, like excuse me, like are you like a student or something?" And they're like, no, I'm actually 24." I would be like, "Oh, that's cool. Like I thought you were like 18, 19. That's why I asked." He said, like have more reaction because it's more natural to have like be like surprised in that situation. It makes sense. It's like, "Oh, really? Like I thought you were younger though." Right? So it makes more sense if you have better reaction, which is more content.
Yeah, but then it's like more natural. But
Yeah,
the way you were doing it is like you've done this 1,000 times and this is the same. So you're a bit bored when you say this, you know?
a little bit, but it's an example, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
it's like what Kyle says in his newsletters. You have to be more present. So if you
Uh,
don't have, oh wow, really?
yeah,
You don't have
that's
like a surprise reaction, then you don't see much present, you know?
yeah, exactly.
That's also
Exactly.
a very good thing. Be more present is super important.
But how? Like,
Being,
how would you be more present? That's the real question, right?
I think listening to her, replying to what she says, like with my interaction with these two girls, when she's telling me something really important to her, vulnerable, not laughing or smiling, you know.
Yeah, okay. So I guess you know what? I think it's two things. Like one is yeah, reps. You need enough reps to like clear your mind. And the second thing is like intention to really listen. I guess it's both things, like removing the negative and doing the positive.
Yeah,
Mm, that's good, man. That's good. It's good that we're
yeah,
talking about like more serious concepts, in-depth concepts about game, man. Like we can see our level is getting higher, getting better.
yeah, yeah. The questions are more deep now.
Yeah, it's more like subtle. It's more like when
Yeah,
girls chip out. Like we can kind of like pinpoint it out now.
yeah. But bro, I was also thinking the drills were really helping. I don't know for you, but they were really helping me. The drills we were doing, the wittiness drill,
Ah,
the flirting drills, they were helping me a
you think?
lot. Yeah, because these days I've run out of things to say, or I don't know how to be flirty or witty.
Maybe it's the reps, man. But yeah, I would say it helps. Like because like I use a lot of lines that we practiced on the girls like after that.
Yeah,
So it does
yeah,
help.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it does. It
Yeah,
does.
that's why I think I need to start. I need to find a Drill partner.
What about the mates? The night game mates.
They have too much respect for me.
What
That
was
would
that?
lower my value. They have a lot of respect for me. They think I'm the
So
man.
it's like you practice this shit, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. You know exactly, right? They'd lose respect for me. Because I
Maybe.
was making out with the hotter girl first, right? Even though we all like he ended up making out with her as well, but I was like she was the way hotter girl, and I was making out with her,
Mm.
you know. So he thought I had game as well, even though I was glitching a lot. But the fact that me making out with the hottest girl in the club, pretty much,
So
the one that
maybe.
was sitting next to me, pretty hot, right?
Mm. I guess it's like
Mm.
they both work, but you want more like idolization rather than being more relatable.
No, I am relatable because we did have deep talks, but I know they have an image of me
Yeah, a
that's
fake
very
image.
high respected.
Yeah.
Not really. Some things people
But
don't. I mean, we're not. Yeah, sometimes they don't need to know. It's
yeah,
like
of course, of
talking about
course.
your life story, right?
Of course. Like I'm not like trying to say anything about that, but it's like the mere fact that you're thinking about it, it's like, oh, like that's not gonna be good for the image. Like that's where I'm coming from.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is like, bro, I've learned this because they're always texting me now. These guys, oh, that was so cool, this that, but it's to have the high value frame. And with these guys, because it's work related, I need to
Mm,
be able to like raising money. They're always shilling me. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's good, man. That's a good balance. Like if you're selecting the right frame. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And you know what was happening? What I noticed when I go too open with people, they lose respect for me.
Mm. Or maybe you're looking at the wrong people. You don't want those people who
No,
leave
but it's
after
happening
people.
with most people, so I know what I'm doing is wrong. Because Todd told me ages ago when I said I get all these instant dates and I get these numbers, but they don't respond. And he told me like the only time that happens is if you do low value behavior during the instant date. Because instant dates are very strong, and if they're not responding, then you're just doing some low value behavior.
Yeah, but you know what? My thoughts is like every message attracts certain types of people. So if you want more loyal people, be more vulnerable. If you want more like broad business like good people, then yeah, your strategy works as well.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. So for me, like when I do Instagram, I purposely try to tell my story, like try to be vulnerable because like I want those people. Like, I want those loyal people. And again, that's how I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Mm. So
I mean,
yeah,
I told these guys I learned pickup and hired Todd V and stuff because I knew that's enough vulnerability. But if I tell them my whole life revolves around game, then they're gonna think of me differently. I'm waking up doing talk forever drill this life.
yeah,
Then it's too much, I think.
yeah. And also just to add on what you're saying, like all authenticity isn't always good. Like you don't want to
Yeah.
really show the low value side of yourself like too much. Like yeah, of course you can mention it. Like I had this hard part of my life, but you don't have to be like bummed down and like bring people down, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like my friend, he has a kid. He's 40 years old, and he's hooking up with these like early 20s girls, but he doesn't tell them he has a kid. So I think that would be a deal breaker with most of them.
Yeah. If he's looking for a wife, like different story, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right. So that's what I'm saying. Sure, it's more vulnerable telling them you have a kid, but maybe
Not
it's not
good
the
for
right
you.
play. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't spill the beans.
Which is the same with it is kind of like the similar idea if I just have a monologue and trauma dump them. Oh yeah, there's this other thing. It is also low value. Sometimes too much vulnerability depends on the situation. As I got to know these guys more, then I started telling them, yeah, I used to be socially awkward, so I hired this YouTuber. But if the first thing I tell them is that, that's no good. They'd be like, why are you telling me I'm just a stranger?
Yeah, so comfort, right? You need comfort.
Yeah, you need to first establish that connection. Otherwise, it's
Mhm.
actually low value, bro. Like, you just met this
Yeah, that's
random
true.
guy and
You're
you're
just
telling him,
dumping
yeah,
something. Yeah, that's true. Like you
yeah,
can't control your
you,
emotions. You just try to dump this like trash.
yeah. Imagine if I saw you at a bar, we've been talking like 2 minutes. Like, you've told me your name, my name, we've exchanged like what we do for a living. And then imagine right after that, I started talking about me and my wife and our marriage issues, and we might have to divorce. Imagine that. After like talking for like 1 minute, 2 minutes, I started telling you my marriage issues for like
Yeah, too
20
much
minutes.
too soon. Just to bring it into another different light, like I think people bring in like buy into stories. We understand things as stories, and if the story is like moving too fast, it's like we get startled. It's like, whoa, like I'm not there yet, you know? Like every movie,
Yeah.
every drama, every relationship, it has like a storyline. And depending on where you're at, like you can like pull out different cards, right?
Yeah. Bro,
Mm.
also just thinking about this, I just figured one more thing out that I did wrong that night.
Okay.
When they were asking me questions and stuff, I seemed a bit annoyed because people ask me these questions all the time. Like, what was
Ah,
my app about? What this and that.
okay.
But I wanted for them to participate more and keep asking. So it's like Todd says, punish bad behavior and reaffirm good behavior. So I should have reaffirmed that behavior, keeping
Yeah.
asking me questions, and then
Mm.
punish some bad behaviors.
Yeah, exactly. But how would you punish bad behavior? Like, you can't go too far, right?
Yeah, but when she was like I said earlier, when she was asking me, "Oh, I don't sleep. I just met you. I'm not gonna sleep with you. We're gonna have to go on a date first."
Yeah, playfully.
I should have said I should, yeah, my response would be good. Like, hey, hold on. We just met, like, and you already think about sleeping with me. It's okay. You can take it easy.
That's the
So it's kind of
perfect.
like punishing her, right?
Yeah,
Like, hey, hold on.
yeah,
Punishing the behavior I don't want.
yeah. In a broad perspective, I guess punishing could be defined as like having a confrontational frame, like challenging the frame she has.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, exactly. And then uh, reaffirming in this situation, like the behavior I want would have been like, hey, but I like adventurous girls. Where's your sense of adventure?
Hmm.
You see?
Where'd that come from?
Like when she says, "Oh, I don't sleep with guys. As soon as I meet them, you're gonna have to take me out on a date." But
Hmm.
I should have gone. There's another path you can take where you reaffirm the behavior you want. I could have been like, "But I thought you guys were really adventurous. Like you were making out with each other. Where's your sense of adventure? Come on." Wouldn't have been the perfect in this
Yeah,
part,
I
but
think
it's
you have
also
to
like, yeah.
change the wording slightly. It's not.
Yeah, because then I'm still trying to qualify, like, oh, where's your sense of adventure? I thought you guys were.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I think my earlier response was better. But then later on, I would have been like, oh, this is how you would do. Later on, when she'd do something risky, like make out with a friend, then I could have been like, this is what I like about you guys. You're like so
Yeah, that's
adventurous.
great. That's great. I agree.
Like a high value compliment, reaffirming the behavior we want.
Yeah, giving the reward, giving the Skittles.
Right. But now all the game is coming back to me, you know? But since I wasn't doing enough reps, it wasn't like
clicking.
I had fallen out. Yeah. Now I'm like, okay, yeah, this is how I do it. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. What would be a good response if she told you, yeah, like I don't sleep on the first day. You got to take me out like a couple times. Can we exaggerate? Like date couple times? Or maybe challenge the frame. Like, what do you mean by uh, how should we go about this? Like, I think we could choose different routes, to be honest.
You know, remember that girl, the the lesbian porn star
Well,
that
before
I
I
ended up
forget,
closing?
can I just say this one
Yeah, yeah,
like quick thing?
yeah.
How about exaggerate? It's like a couple dates. Like, why not 5 dates? So you're telling me you're looking for
Nah,
that nice guy. You want like
I don't think that's a
exaggerate.
good frame.
No?
The way you would exaggerate, if 5 dates is still, you'd be like, yeah, well, I don't sleep with anyone
Yeah,
until 100 dates.
5 dates is bad. It's not
Yeah, I would be like
exaggerated.
100 dates, and then we're gonna have to go get married first. No sex before marriage. You have to do shit like that then.
Yeah,
Playful. That sounds
that's
a good response.
yeah, that sounds good. Like how about 100 dates? How about we get married first and then talk about it?
I wouldn't say how about. I would be like, yeah,
Hmm.
well, we're gonna have to get married first before we do anything. But this can backfire because then the whole night, even if you were close to closing her, she can be like, yeah, well, I thought you said 100 dates.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Because it's happened to me before.
Hmm.
Where
Okay.
they've been then like, oh, I thought we were gonna wait 100 dates. I thought this. Then you can't really you've put yourself in that prison.
Hmm. Maybe. Hmm. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, and then let me get back to you remember that super hot girl from my university I closed?
Uh, the the porn girl, the OF girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, she would always say shit like, "Oh, do you want to fuck me, Jay?" or like, and shit like that. And I never knew how to respond. Right? Like, what do you say to that? What do you say to that?
Sorry. Like what? What she say again?
If a girl is like, "Don't you want to fuck me, Jay?" How do you respond?
Hmm. Well, isn't the same concept though. I don't sleep on first dates.
Yeah, it is. But that's what I'm saying. How do you respond to that one?
Okay. Yeah, that one's a bit tricky for some reason. That's a bit
Because
direct.
it's a stronger one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a stronger frame.
And then every time this happens,
How do you fucking
I would.
Aikido that shit?
I'm gonna tell you how to do that. But this has happened to me four or five times, and then I was never able to close these kind of girls. And
Let
up
me
to the
think
point when
for
I closed this girl.
let me think for like 20 seconds. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
What would you say again?
What I would answer or what I did say. No, she's like, "Oh, don't you want to fuck me?" That what do you say? If she says to you, "Don't you want to fuck me?" Now what?
It's tough, man.
I know it's very. I couldn't figure it out, so I asked my Berlin coach, and then he gave me the perfect response. And then it worked on that chick, and I took her home. Right. But in every interaction, she'd be like, "Oh, maybe that's why you haven't tried to fuck me," or like, because sometimes I would say, "Yeah, I don't really go for Ukrainian girls." She would like, "Oh, is that why you haven't tried to fuck me?" Or like, she would always be like, "Don't you want to fuck me?" or this and that. And then yeah, I learned the correct response to that.
Yeah, this one's tough. It's like a puzzle.
Yeah, you want the answer?
Yeah.
The okay, the way I did it with the OnlyFans girl was Yeah, but we don't have to do it now. We can just take it easy.
That's great because it has the right frame. It's like we are gonna
Yeah,
fuck, but wait a minute. Like hold
yeah.
up. Right? That's a
So
great
in
frame.
a way, you are like, yeah, sure, but then it's fine. I'm not needy. We can just hang out.
Perfect frame. It's like 10 out of 10 answer.
Exactly. Literally, I did that, and she was down. You know
Bro,
what I
what
mean?
I noticed by your answer and like some of the text game I learned from my other coach is like if you have the right frame, like if you assume something in your favor, that's a great frame, man. 10 out of 10. For example, like if you're
Yeah,
trying to ask her out on a date, assume you're already going on a date and then like say something in that frame with a high value. Maybe like
yeah,
push it back just a little bit, just like how you did.
yeah.
That's an amazing answer. Mm.
I know. And then, since then, I like, oh, that's how you answer this shit. And then I did that on our next date, and then I ended up sleeping with
So
her
you
that
said,
night.
yeah, but what do you say? Yeah, but
I'm
we.
like, yeah, you're not. I mean, yeah, you're a sexy girl, or I don't remember exactly, but the whole point was like, yeah, that would be nice, but we don't have to do it right now. We can take it easy.
Mm,
Yeah, we
mm,
can, or we can see how we go.
mm. We can see how we go. Yeah, that works. Kind of a different
Yeah,
nuance, but yeah,
yeah, but something in those lines, like it's fine. It's I'm out. Just telling her I'm outcome independent.
it's like you know what? Like the next level of game, like 80% of game is solved by your energy. But if you want to master that 20%, you need to master your frame. But the frame comes with words, so you need to be better with your words as well. Verbal game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now my non-verbals are so good. I just need to fix my verbals now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Look how far we
Yeah, it's
came.
mostly about verbal. Huh?
Look how far we came, man.
Yeah, man. Insane, right?
Yeah. Imagine in a couple years, like, what would we be talking about?
I don't know, man. Hopefully better, more advanced shit.
Hmm. Bro, I always had this idea that, like, I have this fear, like, what if I fail? What if I fail? What if I fail? But it's like when time goes by, my brain just, it kind of figures it out. So it's okay. So do you ever think that?
Yeah. I was literally thinking about this the other day. I was like, I was doing that, and then I was like, you know what? I always figure it out. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah. It takes a bit of time, but you figure it out
Yeah.
eventually.
Bro, also we should discuss more situations. Because
About,
just by talking to you about these situations, I'm able to figure so much more shit out instead of talking to myself.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Why do you think that is, though? Is it because we're verbalizing and we're really looking into it?
Yeah,
Or
talking it out loud.
also, we're trying to challenge our frames as well, time to time.
Yeah, it's like a lot of times you say something and you hear yourself talk later. You're like, oh, I was wrong. This. I was not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's very important to converse about these things, like discuss them with others.
yeah, exactly, man, exactly. And since we're like at a similar level of game, I don't know if you're happy with that, but yeah, I think that it makes sense for us to have a conversation around like what we're like having interested in, and it really helps in our specific situation. So makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, sounds good. I
yeah, yeah. It does. Yeah. Well, how long has it been?
think it's been more than an hour, don't you think?
Yeah, lots of good stuff, right?
We're just having a conversation.
Yeah, that's how the good podcasts are, right? But we discuss a lot of situational. techniques.
Mm, yeah. Having guidance, having boot camps is like it's important, man. Like it's good that you figure it out by yourself, maybe be a natural, but at the same time, like you have thresholds, like you hit a wall at some point eventually, and then you don't go pro.
Yeah, because I did hit a wall, and then I just became the day game guy, and then it, it, it was like this. It would only work, okay, if she's alone by herself, and then only those times it would work. But now I need to expand that to more.
I think that's a good point because like if you look at all the pros in the world, like especially the good ones, like they all have coaches.
Maybe, I mean, athletes, sure. A lot of times, like big CEOs, they don't. Some point, bro, the coaching won't help. Like you've discovered as well. At
At
one
some point,
point, yeah, like with marketing or something, at some point you just have to find it yourself.
yeah. But why do you think that is? Like, why do you think athletes need more coaches than businessmen? I guess maybe it's more specialized. Like athletes are more like structured and they have more data around the whole thing. But business, it's like it's different in every niche and different in everything.
I'll tell you how it is. This is how it is. The coaches of athletes are usually the ones who've already done it, who've had success. Like, for example, a lot of these big time guys, a a lot of these coaches are like gold medalists themselves, or they were close, they were like part of a big team. Like a lot of footballers, they end up becoming coaches later because they can't play football anymore. But with someone like Elon Musk, he would never be someone's coach
Yeah.
because he would just keep running his business.
Unless like somebody likes to teach and that's better fulfillment in their life, maybe. But I guess
Like
like
Socrates or Plato, like those
yeah,
philosophers. Yeah.
yeah. But it's like if you have a successful business, like why would you be teaching that shit? Unless like your main source of income is that teaching, then you shouldn't be teaching it.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. But with athletes, since after they're 40, they can't really be an athlete anymore. So they just become a coach. And the
It's like
best ones don't.
mm,
The
mm,
the best one, LeBron James doesn't become a coach because he's a billionaire. He was the best of the best. Michael Jordan doesn't become a coach. But Kobe Bryant might become a coach. You know what I mean? 'Cause not the best of the best, or someone else, might become a coach.
mm.
Look at all these football teams and their coaches. The coaches, a lot of times they're famous. Like David Beckham will not be a coach, but Wayne Rooney might be a coach. You see?
Yeah,
Who are also super successful, but not the peak of the peak, who didn't become the billionaires.
yeah. Zidane, he's a coach though. Maybe exception.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but he's no Lionel Messi, right?
Uh, arguable, but yeah, I get what you
He's
mean.
not Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not a billionaire in his craft. Because then they have too much money. They don't want to be, unless they really like teaching. But I don't
It's
know.
rare. Yeah, it's rare. What would
Yeah,
I be doing if I was a billionaire? Like, would I be doing the same thing? That's the question you have to ask when you're the top notch.
if I have it, I like teaching a bit, but I do it for free, man. Like with my friends and stuff. You see, it's not my business to be a coach.
Hmm. I guess it's two things for you. Like you're collecting data and you kind of enjoy it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I kind of enjoy it. I was thinking if I became insanely wealthy, yeah, I'll still do it. I would teach my kids.
Yeah, that's meaningful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I guess you know what? Like it's a scam. It's almost a scam. Like if you're teaching guys how to make money online by selling a course how to make money online, it's a scam. Like there's no value. There's no real actual value you're creating. It's just like Ponzi in some sense.
Yeah, yeah, like the Ali Abdal guy.
Ah, yeah.
That's a Ponzi. But there's another guy. He does it too, but he isn't selling anything. There we go. He's not selling any course. You know what he does? He just I made 100K day trading, and then he makes an hour long or 40-minute video in which he shows what exactly he did. Okay, I did this, and I made this trade, and then this. He's not trying to sell you a course.
Yeah. So I guess like the minimum entry fee is you need to actually have the skill first and then achieve something first. And then, yeah, maybe you can teach like how to make money, but yeah, that can't
With
be.
money, it's different, but with other things, yeah, of course, like game, like it really helps me with coaching, right? Like, but it's okay because you're really good at games, so you can teach others, and obviously you want to make money off it because you're not
Yeah.
a billionaire yet or whatever, right? But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. The coaching is good, but in certain areas, it's not.
Bro, you know
You
what I
know?
realized? Like why everyone is so confident and why everyone kind of like fails with their clients? It's because like they don't have the perspective. Like, yeah, they succeeded like once or twice and in their specific situation, and also some of their clients was in that situation, so it helped. But for others, like you needed like a different solution, but they don't have the perspective, so they just tell you we can do this with my method. It works over and over again. So buy my
Yeah,
product. That's why it sucks, man.
yeah, yeah. All right, bro. I think we discussed many good gems today. It was really nice talking to you.
Yeah.
That interaction is still messing me up a bit, like with the two girls, because I didn't close. But then I have to tell myself I went pretty far with
Life
English
goes
again.
on, son. Life goes
Life goes
on.
on. Keep looking forward. Bro, I've been listening to this guy, Alicia Long, and he's
Who?
like thinking he's gay. Alicia Long,
Ah, the guy who's like retard maxing.
retard max. Yeah. And he's right, thinking is gay, retard max.
Thinking is gay. Like I noticed like 90% of my thoughts is like fear, worry, low vibration. Doesn't really
Yeah.
solve anything, you know?
Yeah, thinking is fucking gay, bro. He's like, you see a pretty girl? Don't think what you're gonna say, just walk up to her. I don't know, say what's up or I'm Jay, what's your name?
Yeah. So yeah. I noticed like how creative my excuses are, bro. I'm like giving myself all these excuses. I'm like, what the fuck where did this come from?
Yeah. It's you bullshitting, man.
Bro, what
It's
was
just
the name again?
bullshit, bro.
Retard maxing?
Alicia Long.
Alicia Long. Bro, like I kind of finished, not I wouldn't say finished, but like I think I pulled out most of value from Owen Cook now. Like the videos I
Yeah.
used to watch, like I used to get massive value, but nowadays it's like like oh I'm gonna search for
Yeah.
retard maxing.
Yeah, you gotta do that, man. That's what I do. You find a new messiah, you follow his ways, you
You
extract
extract
everything, and then you leave.
value, you make it your own, and then you move on.
Yeah. Where were you watching Owen Cook? Just YouTube.
Yeah, just YouTube. The free tours, especially.
Yeah, you just go on tour.
Yeah, bro, can you type the name? Like, I can't find it.
Yeah. Bro, I'm gonna do it to my boy Alicia Long.
Alicia Long. Sounds good.
Cool guy,
Retard
man.
maxing. I like it.
Yeah, thinking is gay, retard max.
So what did you learn? Like, what's the main key point?
Bro, thinking is gay. Just retard max. Just go there. But you need thinking though. He's right, but he's not.
Yeah, so half true. But
Yeah.
half is a lot, though.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Because in some ways you just have to think like leading girls out of the. You can't just retard max that shit, you know? Like how
I
am I gonna
guess,
take her home? Like this, you know?
I guess you could differentiate between feedback and like thinking in the moment from fear.
Yeah. He also says don't be an idiot. So that's also another thing.
What does that mean?
Like if you're gonna go slap a cop, of course you're gonna get it in trouble. That's not retard maxing, that's just being an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw the video on Instagram. Like they have the captions of like free will, and then people doing like weird shit, bro.
Yeah.
Free will.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah.
Man.
All right,
Yeah.
bro.
What's your
Good
plan?
call.
What are you doing?
Bro, I'm gonna explore the rest of the Netherlands. Then I have this nice hotel booked with a gym and sauna. I'm gonna focus on my health today because I have like a lot of back pain. And then tomorrow I'm gonna drive to Hamburg and then off to Cannes. Then when I'm back from Cannes, off to